Hey guys, Nugi here, and today's video is going to be about the Power Siphon Wonder. It's an elemental wonder. There are right now two different ways of making a wonder. In meta game, it's either the physical wonder or the elemental wonder. The elemental one is easier to gear up. It's easier to start as in a new league. The physical wonders have kind of the same scaling, but the physical leech makes it so that they have more utility and probably make the better wonders end game, but they're very hard to gear up. So this guide is going to be about the elemental wonder. Right. First off, let's go over the build. This is how my build is looking right now. I have the tree up right here. God, a lot of stuff on my table. Okay, so here's the build. You start Witch. I think Witch is the superior one. You could argue going Shadow, but as you can see, Shadow is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, connecting points. Yes, you get some projectile damage, move speed, attack speed, but for 3 connection points, you get mana regen. The 12 node here you would always take anyway, so you'd always get into this part. For me, I think the Witch is a superior start. So first off, how do you start while leveling? The way I leveled it is I went out Witch, I went down to the Shadow side, I took all the health, started grabbing aura nodes, and then I took spell damage, cast speed, elemental dominion, I took the AoE node, and I went fire, flame blast for leveling. So that's an easy way of leveling, just flame blast and searing bond, just use the two. When you hit around level 50 to 60, it does become fairly difficult to keep up, but if you group up with a mate, you'll have a lot of damage just from the fire build, and then you can swap at 65 to the wonder. So I quickly pulled up the skill tree here just to show you some of the level progression, if you're wondering. You would do something like just going through it quickly here, just pick up all this, the life, the dex. You'll probably need some dex if you have the fire type as well. So you're just gonna go through something like this, something like this, something like this, and then you start connecting over here, and then as soon as you hit 65, you respec out of these nodes right here. You respec out of all these. Pick up the wanding nodes, all the power charges, and all the crits. And you should have something that looks like this. This should be around 65 if I remember correctly. And this should be enough for you to start wanding. You get Fusillade, get the power charges, get the crit, get the aura, and you're now high enough level as well to use Wrath and Anger. So you want to use Wrath and Anger, those are going to be your main source of damage. So quickly, this is how I built it so far. I got some more health. After this, I will be going down, taking Under's Guile. I'll explain that shortly, and after that I'll probably go down Templar, pick up the last power charge, Catalyze, and health. So after this, Under's Guile and Templar. That's how I'm gonna end my build when I get high enough level. So for the build itself, let me quickly go over what it is I'm doing. So right here in town you can see 268 DPS on my Power Siphon. That's Power Siphon with LMP, Weapon Ellie, and Chain. That's all. 268. My single target, right now it's only 3 linked. I need additional accuracy for now, but I don't have that yet. I should be buying that. I got my Weapon Elemental damage, crit damage, and Power Siphon. You just need this for a 4 link for your single target. 728. You might think, well, Nugi, you're 73, you're doing no damage. Well, let me show you how this works. So Fusillade, every single power charge gives you 36% damage. 6 power charges so far. That's 36% extra damage. Then you have the 6 power charges. So that's all. They also give you 50% crit chance each. Right now, my crit chance is 28. So you want to like stack up these power charges quickly. That's 1. That's 2, and you can see here 39 now. That's 45, 50, 55, 61. So 61 crit chance. My damage is now at 1982 and 6600 single target. And you can see the damage is pretty good. At this level, I don't have exceptional gear. What I have is Wrath in an Alpha Hull, and Anger just normal, so level 17. I think level 17 gems is where the build really starts functioning very well. Yeah. So I have the Clarity running as well. My mana regen is now 86. Let's see, what else is there to say? My accuracy is fairly low. My suggestion to you is that you try and get one piece, just one piece of gear with 300 plus accuracy. You get a top tier accuracy roll on one piece of gear. That's gonna be enough for the start to mid tier maps. Then you get another piece of gear with accuracy, and then you can do the end game maps. Before you do the end game maps, you do need enough evasion as well though. Right now I'm not running Grace. I plan on running Grace later on. As you can see, I only have 81 mana unreserved, meaning that I can't spam my power siphon. I need slightly more mana regen, and I need slightly more unreserved mana. This is also why you need to level the reduced mana gems. Mine are 17 now and 15. As they level, this becomes easier, and as I get better gear, this becomes easier. As you can see here, my chest is fairly shitty. It's actually pretty terrible. My shield is okay, good block shield with high dex, or not high dex, high evasion. Some good boots, but overall my gear is not that good. Got a quite terrible ring, level 20 ring there with a little mid-tier life roll, some accuracy. I need the top tier accuracy there, and a decent ring over here. So the idea here for the gear, I think the build is what it is. Also, I want to mention influence, very good. Charisma, these are the ones you want to have all of these. The power charges and Fusillade before you can respec to wanting. Is my suggestion. You want these aura nodes because the way you scale this build is by scaling Wrath and Anger as much as possible. So you want to get weapon ally damage as many places as you can. Weapon ally damage is far superior to additive damage on gear, because you're already gaining a lot of additive damage on gear or on the other auras. As you can see here, I got a lot of fire damage and a lot of lightning damage already. And this is all, pretty much all from Wrath and Anger. So yeah. So weapon ally damage is the superior damage mod, and then also crit multiplier. So you want to get crit multiplier in your neck, and that is about what you need for crit multiplier. You can get the gloves with crit multiplier as well. I don't think it's going to be worth it in the end though, especially in Invasion League. What we're trying to do here is getting tanky enough to do the high content, because there's a lot of one-shot mechanics. Let me quickly show you what the kind of maximum health we can expect in the end. So we're gonna grab that. Oh, we're gonna go through here. Grab that. This is kind of just to show you what to expect. Boom, boom. There you go. I think. Oh, also remember Eldix battery. I forgot that. Remember Eldix battery. I'm sorry. So this is 264. I think we have some more health somewhere to take. Where is it? That node right there. Oh, these right here. So we are closing in on at around 300 life when we get like to the 90s. But this is like very late game. It's because this build is supposed to go to around, like to kill a Ciri, hopefully. Next issue, mana. So as you can see here, mana. I don't have a lot of mana on the tree. I have some from EB and the Arcane Furnace and all that. But what I do need is I need a chest with a lot of ES or a shield with a lot of ES. I want one of the pieces to have at least 500 ES on them with the life roll as well. And then I need at least 1 or 2 pieces of gear with mana regen. As you enter half regen and no regen maps, you're probably going to swap your gear around with either mana leech or extra mana regen gear, and you're going to have some gear with which has top tier mana regen rolls but no damage on them, just to counteract the mana regen problems that you will face at some point. The weapon, pretty simple. You could go with a 1-stat blue wand with this build to start with, and all you need is the crit chance. I got lucky and I got the cold roll here as well, which is very nice for freezing, because you don't have any cold damage apart from the things you have on gear. So you chill and you freeze as soon as you get that cold damage on some of the pieces. Alpha Hull is also a necessity for end game. Early game you can do without. Is there anything else I need to go over? That's the weapon, the gear. Evasion, Undar Skull. The more accuracy you get, the more evasion you need. Whenever you shoot into reflect, the reflect is then calculated. The amount of reflect that's calculated back to you is gonna be your evasion times 2, because Undar Skull. And then it's gonna be towards your own accuracy. So the more accuracy you get, the more you hit yourself. So you're your own worst enemy in terms of getting more accuracy. Also, you want to be running Arctic Armor later on. When you get enough mana regen, hopefully I would get enough to get around Arctic Armor level 20 at least. Hopefully more, depending on gear. In half regen maps, you might not always be able to run it. This will negate any physical reflect that you would ever gain, and it's gonna neglect most of the fire, if not all the fire damage you would do to yourself. So you're only stuck with Wrath and Cold in the end. Another option, if you're going really endgame, is going a Lightning Coil and then a pure ES shield, because we don't stack any armor. We do, however, use Enduring Cry a lot. Enduring Cry is very nice because it reduces by a flat amount all the time, the 4%. So by having all 3 of them out, you get a 12% damage reduction to all physical damage. That plus Enfeeble plus Arctic Armor, it really helps in the end. If you then run Lightning Coil as well, then physical damage is going to be no problem for you, even physical spells. So there are some options there that you can choose from. Also, with the gem selection, I'm using a Ball Power Siphon right now. Right now it doesn't work with chain. I hope they will add it so they work with chain, so that you can like shoot into. Let me show you as I finish this real quick. I do hope that they add the support to making it work with chain properly. Let me just take off this for now. Charging it up. Okay, so here we got the full charges. Let's grab them all. Let's hope for a crit. And boom, there we go. We crit them. Very nice. As you can see, if you had chain there as well, you would definitely do the entire one shot. It's a very strong skill. Linked it with life gain on hit, so I'm 100% sure that I don't kill myself even on like a full group of reflect. Power Siphon, lead it at level 5 because of the mana. Curse, crit weakness goes along with the crit build you are running. Yeah, I think that's it for now. If you have any questions about the build, I will gladly answer them in the comments below. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, guys.